Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mond looks to throw on first down.
Eluding the pressure right. Open here, Adam Thielen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 78 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Nick Folk for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down gets him a couple up to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go play action with Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. James Lynch in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
Here's Presley Harvin now.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a net of 40 yards there, Paul. 4-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mond out of the shotgun.
He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Claypool with another catch.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
2nd and 2.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run with Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second and 6. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. They hand this off to Harris, shedding the tackle. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. On the give, this is Harris. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They're going for it. This is Harris. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Mon. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. That's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Left side, Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Bond looks to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Mon.
That is caught by Thielen. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Off the play fake, Mon.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team, because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up. And not many teams use the fullback in the passing game. Heck, not many teams use a fullback anymore in the NFL. And even with those that do, you don't typically see a lot of big plays when the ball's thrown to him. In this case, it exceeded expectations.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Mon.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Mon going to throw it.
Flushed out right. And complete right side to Cook. Touchdown!
Dalvin Cook.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Now Folk for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Here's a 2nd and 7. Completion here to Claypool. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. They run the counter. It's Harris. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. On the draw, it's Harris. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw here.
Right side, Claypool's got it.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On third down, here's Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They run again with Harris. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On third down, Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
On for the extra point is Folk. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over the first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 4th down now after a loss of 2. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Mon now off of play action. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
52 yards on the ground for him so far.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the 1st round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Partner, there's no doubt in my mind the defense has to be excited. They should be excited after what they've done recently here. But guess what? My old coaches always used to say, when you're having that kind of success, be careful. Play your keys, play your techniques. Watch out for something coming at you.
Good job defending the run. Probably going to have to defend the pass here.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He'll field this at the 5. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll set up to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, Cook. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They run it again with Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now back to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Well, they go play action here. Mon
rolling to his right. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd and 11. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked off at the 21. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd down, here's Mond again. That's caught by Sims. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sims. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And Folk's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Bullard's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run again with Harris. Down right around the 25. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Able to hit his target, Claypool. Oh, big hole left side.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Harris. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Off the option, that's complete. And in for the Steelers, touchdown.
Chase Claypool.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Steelers 14. Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mond out of the shotgun.
Flush to his right. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is, in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Vikings, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.